いいね。派手で楽しい喧嘩にしようぜ。
Darling Dagger.
Hey guys, so Nakoruru and Haohmaru are from King of Fighters 15 are now in King of Fighters All-Stars. So we're going to go over the events and we're going to go over the characters. I probably won't be doing a summons in this video. I'll probably wait a few days and do that later. So look forward to that. First we'll go into the dice game. So you get this for login rewards, and I think like you doing the rush dungeon, you'll end up getting a lot of dice. So here are some of the rewards at the tippy top. You can get a fighter selector for BS and SS, which I think that ticket looks actually kind of cool. So all kinds of stuff on the way up here. You can use these in the crafting. Get that neat like little Samurai Showdown badge I'll show you in a second. But lots of good rewards. I always like the dice thing, just like extra stuff, and it doesn't take like any extra amount of time. How many times can I say extra? But here is the crafting thing I was telling you about. Pretty standard, just like we've been getting a lot lately. Star, Moon. This is going to help buff your characters out a lot. Close that. And hammers as well. And if you come over here, you can get this just to show off. I like this. I actually like this a lot. It's pretty cool. Simple, but you know, another thing to put in your collection. Not a big deal. And there is the EX Codex, so don't forget, if you do end up getting these characters, scroll this to the right, the EX Codex, and you can unlock all this stuff here. Funny thing, with the Rugal one that came out recently, I was just like halfway asleep trying to upgrade this EX one or whatever I got from him. I ended up like salvaging it. I felt so stupid. I was like, okay, time to go to sleep. But yeah, there's another way to get that. So we'll go into the Rush Dungeon. Just like all the others, you're going to want to farm mostly on the EX one at the end. But here is the exchange shop, which I'm pretty excited to show you this set. So I like the art on this set a lot. The set is pretty standard. It's attack all the way around, and the set bonus is the 15% damage and 22% damage for 7 seconds when it lands an active skill. So that's pretty standard, but it's good. So, and I believe you can use that for the old Samurai Showdown collab characters as well. I believe so. Samurai Team. No, I might be wrong on that. I'll have to double check on that later. Let me know if you experimented with that. I'll have to double check. But anyways, I love the artwork. So you got his little bun stolen, and here stealing Lady Chang's ball, trying to. You can see him struggling. But this is the super sad one. That is so sad. But you can see the description. Mama haha. She just doesn't know. But that's a very sad picture, but I thought that was really funny. So you want to get that. Here's some ways to get the crafting items, so you can craft the things there. But the first set here, the first chapter and the last chapter are gonna get you rubies. So, but you'll get the most points on the EX stages. And then these are the characters that will get you bonus points. It's funny that, wasn't there one recently that she was used to get bonus characters? But there she is again. You can get the set. You can use the new set, and we'll go over that in a second. And this option card is so cool. I'll go over that in a moment here as well. So there is the Rush. Here is the challenge mode that I can't show you yet. Maybe in a couple days whenever I do like a budget summon. I'll see if I can get this and I'll show you what's all in there. Should be some pretty good stuff, but hopefully you get the characters and you just be able to see it. But you can just scroll at the up top at the rewards and see what the really good stuff is. So here is the summon. So I do want to go over the characters. I thought when they announced it, I was like, oh cool, that's pretty smart of them. They can just kind of reuse the characters that they already have, because both of these characters are already in King of Fighters All Stars. There's Nakoruru was already in there from 14, and then they had a Sam Show collab, and Haohmaru was in it. And so I was hoping they were gonna update them and not just use the exact same model. And luckily they did. So you can see the comparisons here for both characters. So Haohmaru's stance is different. You can tell that he's got like better lighting on him. He looks cleaner. The older ones look fine too. So this isn't a thing against the older ones, but it's just this. It wasn't lazy, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm sure they saved some time by having the models there already. So, but at least they took the opportunity to spruce it up. And also the skills are a lot different for the most part. Although Nakoruru can use her super, the one where she gets the wings, which is freaking sick. And it looks great. So that's really cool. So let's go over the characters. Like actually in depth here. So here's Haohmaru. He's balance type. His leader skill is great. Increases extreme fighters' active skill damage by 30 and finisher by 20. It's a little weird, but I think it's gonna be pretty strong, especially considering all the stuff that he can do. So we'll go over the cores. So I like his because it sounds really fun. Resets all active skill cooldowns and increases active skill damage by 150%. For 6 seconds when using a finisher skill, if I could talk. So I love resetting cooldowns. It's always super fun. So you can blow all your active skills and then finisher it and then keep going. It's going to be amazing. And then decreases the target's defense by 90%. That's insane. And increases damage received by 65 for 6 seconds when dealing physical damage, which he does a lot of that. And he gains damage immunity for 4 seconds when HP is below 20. And that's a 10-second cooldown, but that's even more nuts considering his next cores. So he's immune. Everybody's like immune to a bunch of stuff now, but he's immune to stun and freeze. He recovers 5% of HP when attacked while affected by burn, shock, or starlight. That only has a 3-second cooldown. Here's, I think, my favorite part of them. Preserves 50% of damage received and recovers 10% of preserved HP every time an active skill lands. So, and I believe Nakoruru has this too. So they have a lot of survivability, which I think is pretty fun. And obviously he does a butt ton of damage. And so here are some of his skills. His first active one increases attack by 140% for 10 seconds. That is so much. And then they enter the Fury state. So if you see like the purple like stuff on him, I'm pretty sure that's the Fury state. But it increases does physical damage. And next one increases crit rate by 30%, crit damage by 120% for 15 seconds. Next one can be used while being attacked. That's great. Gains hyper armor and stuns all enemies for 3 seconds. And then he's got his finishers here, which are his first ones are pretty, like, you know, it's like his big heavy slash, but it's kind of anticlimactic when you're so used to King of Fighters All-Star stuff. But his last one's pretty cool with the big slash and it turns like black and white. So that's pretty cool. What is his relations? I haven't even seen that yet. Samurai team. Okay, with her. Drinking buddies. Oh, the wind. Yeah. Oh, he has like a little part with Joe where he says his wind is weak sauce. Obviously, he didn't say it like that, but I thought that was kind of funny in the Rush dungeon. Path of the Warrior. Okay, yeah. That checks out. Drinking buddies is the funniest one. I always like looking at relations because sometimes it's pretty funny. Oh, he still has the same hobby. I was curious as the collab version, the performance art. I'm pretty sure that's the same. Anyways, Nakoruru. I love this little animation she does. Okay, wait for it. Okay, here it comes. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. Aww. That's cute, man. I like this. It's a lot better than her first one where Mama Haha was just like in the back chilling. Although I love the music for that one. So she's blue balance, and her leader skill increases blue element fighter types by 65%. Damn, that's a lot. Her cores are a little different. If I recall, there's something she does a little different. Or maybe it's increased. Okay. Decreases finisher skill cooldown by 2 seconds whenever an active skill is used. Okay. So high skill cooldown, finish cooldown reduction. Applies symbol to the target. Oh yeah, this is the different part. For 7 seconds upon dealing physical damage. That has a 10-second cooldown. And this is kind of the main part of it. Deals additional damage equal to 300% of attack when attacking targets with the symbol. Increases physical damage received by targets with a symbol by 75%. So high risk, high reward type of deal. Immune to stun, petrify, and fear. But she also preserves the 50% damage and all that, just like Haohmaru. And she gains the damage immunity. So that's another little way to get like a last breath there to kind of get your bearings whenever you're pretty low. You'll be damage immune, but you can get back up, deal some damage, get some of that health back. That'll be nice. So the skills here. Her skills are cool. I'm pretty excited. If I get Nakoruru, I'm going to be pretty jazzed. So the first one is one where she grabs onto Mama Haha, and you can move while you're doing this. But decreases damage received from burn, poison, like I think everything. Almost everything. Yeah. Shock, chill, starlight. Let me click this here. And she gains hyper armor. And the next move you deal is going to increase that by 350%. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that they gave her hyper armor while doing that, because that would be so useless in King of Fighters All-Stars to be floating up there and they're just going to beat the crap out of you. But the next one, really quick, it petrifies them and increases the target damage received by 60%. That's really good. The next one deals physical damage equal to 300% of attack upon landing the skill. Increases crit rate by 40% and attack by 120. Very similar. Can be used while being attacked. Oh, the next one. I'm sorry. We're on the next one. Can be used while being attacked. They're dazed. And you gain hyper armor on that one. And then her finishers are pretty cool. I like the one where Mama Haha comes down. It makes like that flower. And you can use the one with the wings. That's pretty cool. And her finisher is much less epic than the 15 one. It does the cool spin at the end, but you don't get the cool like profile with the spin, like the speed lines in red behind her. You don't get that in this, but it's still pretty cool. I understand why they didn't. That would be a pretty long super for King of Fighters All-Stars. But although there are some pretty long ones. But yeah, that's that. And I do want to go over the cards, because the cards are pretty cool. Here, and I find these cards funny too. So this set is great. It's the whole Extreme Fighters crit rate and combat power by 30,000. This time it's blue and green element. So both the new characters, he's green, she's blue, or is it the opposite? I think, yeah. He's green, she's blue. And then it's 30% to charge the supers, which is going to be nuts for them because their supers are insane, right? So this is going to be really good for them. And here is the actual set. Increases attack by 15, crit damage 20, whenever Extreme Fighter expends power, so that's going to be nuts. But the cards itself are funny. Like, look at this art. Every single one of these, she's doing something she shouldn't be doing. There it's do not enter the water. She's in the water. Another one, do not enter. She's entering. Danger. There she is. And there's a little description of why she's doing it. She just likes nature and she just doesn't know any better because she's from the past, right? But that's really clever. The King of Fighters All-Stars art team is very clever. I like that a lot, actually. Here are the supers. Really cool. I like the art a lot. They did a good job with those. And then the Across Time card it's the attack, decrease cooldowns. I love that. And this one increases attack by 25% for 7 seconds when an extreme fighter lands a finisher skill. So they have both of those characters have a lot to do with the using your finisher a lot. So I think that's going to be really strong. I think both these characters are really strong, but I think they're going to be fun. I think they have good survivability. I think they hit pretty hard. And I think they did a good job. I do wish there was Darlie. That would have been sick. Darlie Dagger, because she was the third member. Maybe they'll put her in eventually. But I just think she's so cool. Her moves are fun. She's got, like, hecka swagger. How she, like, her movements and everything, and her win and intro. I hope they put her in eventually. I hate to be one of the people that are like, yeah, but I wanted this character, so these characters are stupid. These characters are great, but I do wish Darlie was in there. But hopefully later on she'll make it in there so I can have a full samurai team, right? But yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know how you did on these polls. I am going to do a summoning video, like a budget one, but probably in a couple days. I'm kind of pressed for time. But I would like to do that. I'll do a budget one for sure. So let me know what you guys think of the characters again. Good luck to you. Please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Trying to get to 10,000. All the money I make on YouTube goes straight into my son's bank account. Not that it's very much, but it just kind of makes it more fun for me. So if you want to help with that, I'd really appreciate it. So God bless you guys, and you have a blessed day, y'all.